why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right? So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious. If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
I mean, that honestly could be possible. I have heard of serial killers being like that.
Yeah.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing that announcer would be even more inexplicable. Namatame and his wife were separated at the time. Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified that she had discarded him. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was shocked to hear of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano. Although her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
It's possible, but
I don't really get any of this.
Oh, this is so confusing!
there's a lot going
I
on.
hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
Oh, there you are, all of you.
Hey, nurse.
Please come with me immediately.
Good ending. Nanako dies anyway. Boo.
I mean, to be fair, they don't know.
I mean, yeah, I know they don't, but still, I would just find it funny if the good ending actually had Nanako die.
I mean, that would be pretty sad.
Oh, Teddy.
Where am I? Is this Teddy's world? This doesn't quite feel like it, though. I remember being at the hospital. That's right, Nana-chan. I couldn't do anything. Why do I even exist? I couldn't keep my promise.
Teddy, no, I still gotta mess with your social link.
I lost my reason to be there. That's it. I remember now. So, it was true. Guys! Sensei! What should I do?
Come back, Teddy. Go into the light, possibly. Maybe that'll lead you to TV.
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
Huh? What did you just say?
So is the spit mostly the same?
I think so.
Nanako-chan's alive?
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart.
Yeah, just go through that.
Until I know why she collapsed in the first place. I can't say
think
for
he
sure
said that
how well
too.
she'll recover from here on. Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
Yeah. Okay.
Tears, sadness.
Yeah, a lot of tears and a lot of sadness, which very well justified, to be fair.
You all should
Yeah,
go
they've been
home.
through a lot today.
I'll speak with Dojima-san tomorrow about Nanako-chan's treatment. It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be careful not to catch a cold.
Wait a second, where's Teddy? I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right.
Yeah, same.
Teddy.
Same.
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
That's true. He did get the cell phone.
Yeah.
Nanako is fighting hard to survive. You must wait and believe that she will recover.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, Adachi.
I forgot to tell you. Don't pull that again, okay?
I'll do whatever I please.
You can't just meet with the suspect like that. Anyway, I came to give you an update on Dojima-san. His wounds opened up a little, but he's treated now and he's fast asleep.
I'm not worried, but, thank you, I guess.
He'll be all right. Don't worry. Knowing him, by this time tomorrow, he'll be on his feet and yelling at people again. Don't tell him I said that. Anyway, I heard Nanako-chan's on the road to recovery again. You guys were being so dramatic that I got really worried. But this is good news. She'll be well again in no time. By the way, you're all alone at the house now, right?
Yep.
Well, enjoy your freedom while you can. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan will be back soon after all.
You sense Adachi's concern for you. Okay, so now it's going to go up automatically like you said, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I better head back. You go home too, before it gets too late. See ya.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save.
Just go to a calendar, dude. You can save easily. That's what I do. Or a butterfly.
Mayumi. And that girl too. I couldn't save them. Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
You sleep.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
Probably.
I could see it.
Look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
Well, it's snowing.
Oh, it's snow. Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year. It's freezing. Let's go home.
Nah, it can't be that cold.
If you find Teddy, don't forget to contact us, all right?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow.
Alright, unless we all part ways.
Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
Alright, bye, Yosuke. Back in Namatame's room. Was it really right to stop everyone from what they were about to do? Yes. For now, you have no way of knowing. I got the bad ending. And I would have gotten the bad ending if I pushed him in. I know I would have gotten... I know it wasn't the right thing to do.
Shh, the game's expecting you to only have gotten the one ending. You're cheating.
You remember that your cell phone has been off this entire time since you were at the hospital. There's something new in your inbox. Hey, it's Ko. I heard what happened to your little cousin. Is there anything I can do to help? Let me know. You know I'm there for you, okay? We're best friends, dude. Right? Daisuke here. I just heard about Nanako-chan. Is she doing anything? Is this something that happens if I have, like, max rank with people?
I think so, yeah.
Ooh. So I should get here. So I should try to max out everybody.
I don't think you can max out everybody by this point, though.
Damn, we'll try.
Unless you max everybody but your party members, maybe.
Let's say I'm gonna miss out the thing on Yumi though. Ah. Oh well. That doesn't matter too much, I guess. Unless I play through the game 3 times, which I might to see it.
I mean, it's a fun game.
I just heard about Nanako-chan. How's she doing? If there's anything I can do to help you guys, please tell me ASAP. You got the guts, man. You gotta be brave, man. You checked all your messages. They're from your friends in town. You remember that you have friends who are there to help encourage each other. The case is still mired in an impenetrable fog, but you must continue forth towards the truth. You should go home before you catch a cold. It's you. Alright, now I'm gonna take a guess here and say that I can't do anything. Nope, I cannot. Same as ever inside. Should return to your room and get some rest for the day. I mean, fair. It has been a day. Oh, wait. Then there's what happened in Amatame's hospital ward. The snow that started to fall and the fog that won't disappear. What lies ahead from here on? You feel very tired. You should hurry and get some rest for today. I'm not going to rest yet so I can read the whole thing again. Will Nanako be alright? There's what happened in Amatame's hospital ward. Okay, I only missed the Nanako thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I will rest. Ah, velvet room. Neat. This.
Welcome.
It's been a while.
It's been quite some time.
That's what I just said too. It seems that you've been summoned to the velvet room.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you within your dreams.
Okay.
Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
Yes. I don't know. No, I can solve it.
Splendid.
If you say I don't know, it should just be like game over. Here's another ending.
The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge.
Or is that the bad ending? Is that the one you wanted me to see? Or is it
Wait,
different? Okay, never mind then.
If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery.
You just basically answered my question, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I got what you meant after that, no.
Take a moment to look back on your journey. It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind.
Really getting it is totally different. I mean, really finding yourself.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Okay.
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on. We've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
I do indeed. Nope. Color's getting a bit different. Oh, we stopped. It seems that the car has stopped moving.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart.
Just very blue. Okay, then. That's fair.
Perhaps this
Yeah.
may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
You can hear something in the distance. Sounds like a doorbell. It seems that you've been sleeping until now. You hear the doorbell ringing. Someone seems to be at the door. Hold on, I'm coming, Jesus.
Ding dong.
Hey, it's Broske.
Teddy's missing.
Uh-oh. Okay, it's not
all over
good.
the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side.
No, they're not going to lose a day, I bet.
We're meeting
Probably
pretty
not.
soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
I don't know. I guess the implication is if you go on the TV, you're going to be fighting a lot of shadows. So that's probably why you lose a day, quote unquote.
Probably. It does make sense. Where could Teddy have gone? In any case, you decide to go look for him.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense, it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're all good.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That is what Igor said, but I assume this doesn't really matter.
I don't believe so.
He'll be back for sure. I think he'll find his way back to us. Oh wait, contemplation rather than action. Thinking about it is contemplation.
True.
Let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now, we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
So now you're being me, Yosuke? You're stealing my lines?
Yeah.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
That being fair.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Ooh, potentially.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death?
Probably. That kind of makes sense.
He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, that's pretty funny.
What do you think, Senpai?
Now there's something else here, dude. I'm being contemplative.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
That is true too.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Where's the fox? How come he isn't here? He's part of the crew.
Yeah, you're leaving your fox buddy behind.
If he saves people by killing them, did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
That's another good point.
Yeah, and before they're actually all dead.
Oh, dude, that's why it's
That's a
foggy.
good point. If he thinks that salvation
That'd be
comes
funny.
only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right?
I mean, presumably.
Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
The possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? I mean... What was the warning? I mean... Let me think about this here. Could there be something that proves the possibility of another... Well, I mean, the possibility... I mean, technically, I guess it'd be the copycat murder, but I mean... What was Misuzu Hiragi's alibi again?
I think that she... trying to remember. Because she's the Anka singer, so maybe she had some kind of concert?
Maybe.
Because...
I'm trying to think what Namatame's diary said. It just had a list of names, I believe. I mean, it could be the warning letter. But that could have also just been him. The alibi, I don't remember what that was. So I'm kind of leaning towards that one. The copycat murder, you could, in theory, say, well, other people can do it. So, like, he could too. So he could have a partner.
So this page is talking about her potential alibi, and it says that she was overseas for a concert. Plus, because of her fame, it's very unlikely that she would have not been noticed kidnapping the person and killing Yamano.
True. Okay, so that doesn't really prove anything, then. In this case, I mean.
Yeah.
So it's probably the... See, I kind of think, like, the copycat murder technically, but it could be the warning letter. It could be the diary. I'm guessing the warning letter. I'm going to think the warning letter. Maybe. Because, like, because I don't know. I'm not really too sure about any of these. I don't know if any of these really prove the possibility. Like, the diary, it depends what's in it. But I think they just said was a list of names.
It was the comments of list of names and about how he managed to save them too, basically.
Yeah. The copycat murderer, you could, like I said, assume it because other people can do it. So, but it doesn't really prove he had a partner. It could be the warning letter. See, it's just weird that they threw this one in. Because it's an alibi for someone else entirely. Which, I mean, to be fair, could be... Whoops. Sorry about that. Could be her, but... Maybe the warning letter? That's like the only thing I can really think of.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess the implication of having Mrs. Uharagi on there is because she's theoretically the only other person that would have motive to kill Mayumi Yamano.
I mean, that is true. Okay, that's a good point. But like, in that regards as well, she doesn't really have a reason to want to kill anybody else. It's probably the warning letter. It's either the warning letter or the diary, I think. Like, it could be this one, but...
Yeah, but was there anything in the diary that suggested there was someone else?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if they said it.
I mean, it's possible. But I feel like if there was, the police might have been able to question another party, right?
I mean, you'd think, but I don't know. The Inaba Police Department seems pretty dumb sometimes. So maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one's actually a tough one because I'm trying to think, is there merit to like any of these three? Because like you don't need another person to write a warning letter, and he probably did see us on the TV saving people. Presumably, that's what they implied. So it might not be that one. So he would know it's us.
But does Namatame really know who you are?
I mean, he delivers packages, so there's a chance. But then again, he's only ever seen like Nanako, presumably.
Yeah, I don't think he would have seen you or most of the party, to be honest.
That's a good point.
Until they were kidnapped, obviously.
Maybe it is the warning letter. I mean, that's what my gut is telling me. So my gut could be wrong, but that is what my gut's telling me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with the warning letter, and then I'm sure one of them will be like, "No, you idiot! It's actually this." And I'll go, "Well, yeah, okay, of course then."
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think this really matters that much. It's more of like a cool guy moment if you can figure it out.
Yeah, I want to be a cool guy. I'm gonna say the warning letter, but it could be the diary.
Warning letter? Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
Oh, my cool guy.
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Allegedly.
Let's review them.
You recall that the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." That's true. There were two of them. What if they were written differently? And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like "don't rescue" or "kill"?
That's a good point. That is a good point. I didn't think about that, but I got a cool guy moment right there.
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean?
Namatame wrote it wrong. He's just bad. I think Namatame didn't write it, is what we go with.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
I do have to wonder what they'd say if you said that Namatame wrote it wrong.
Maybe sometime we can try it.
Maybe.
If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything was exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died.
That's true.
If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV, and yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet.
I don't know that.
We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
Time to go to the police station. You all work together to take another step toward the truth. Man, already? This judgment? Okay, already. Yeah.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan.
We break in.
But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Create a diversion.
I mean, that could work too. Get some firecrackers.
Yeah, in the hospital. Jeez.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah. Understood. I see.
Yeah, that's right. Step aside.
Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
To you, maybe.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the
Probably
transfer
true at this point.
procedures, So the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
No, it is firecrackers.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful.
Okay, time to rough them up.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Hey, crew.
Wow! There's nothing much inside that suspicious object. So he won't be gone long.
All right, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. See, he's saving. He has the calendar there.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you.
Yes.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
It seems that he understands what you're saying. Yeah, I did read that right. What should you ask him? Is saving killing people? Did you kill those two girls? Well, I mean, that's probably the question we ask. Because, like, that's kind of the question that was on everybody's minds at the Juness place. At the
True.
secret headquarters. So, did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
What should you ask him next? I thought it was gonna be next. That's why I said it kind of weird. Is saving killing people? Wait a minute.
What?
I don't know. Who'd you throw in first? I'm kind of curious about that. Because, like, I don't know. I almost feel like that's a weird question to just kind of throw in there. So who'd you throw in
Little bit.
first?
Huh? Me?
Okay, so see, that's the thing, right? Is why, because it should be obvious who he threw in first. It was the first person that died.
True.
But, so he didn't start it. See, I'm almost wondering if, like, it's a lot like the Mitsuo situation where maybe he saw what happened and then started to copy it. Maybe he didn't have a partner this whole time and he's just kind of been doing this on his own because he's a little bit crazy. But maybe someone else started it.
That's a good possibility.
Because that would explain why they kind of made a big point with Mitsuo being a copycat killer.
Yeah.
Because maybe he, here, Namatame, is himself a copycat killer.
Maybe.
What should you ask him? Well, the only thing I can.
Yeah.
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Indulge us in a few more questions.
What should you ask him? Who killed the first two? I doubt he knows, but maybe we can get something out of him for this.
True.
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Okay. Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Okay. Why the warning letters?
What are you talking about?
As I thought.
There we go.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you.
True facts.
We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please. Tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Indeed. Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Oh. Flashback.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me.
About the Midnight Channel.
Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help.
Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her,
Oh. That would make sense, actually, how he found out about it.
Yeah.
my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV. I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Namatame is casting his eyes downward painfully.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remembered the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death.
A fellow truth seeker. Nice.
Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did. So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
It's been a while.
After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful.
Been a while since we've seen her, I mean.
That's true.
But that same night, on the TV,
oh,
she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on, please!
that's pretty brutal what's happening on TV there.
Yeah.
The next day, they found her dead. I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
Yeah, I can see that. I could imagine that.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, we'll save her then.
See, this is really interesting. I find this kind of neat.
Yeah.
The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her. It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem.
You know, I do like how his rooms become a lot more disheveled, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I mean, it's oddly good logic, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, everyone he kidnapped survived.
Yeah, that is true.
Police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
Ironically, no. You were killing them, in fact.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
Yeah, that's right.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place.
I don't know, dude. You saw the heaven side. That's actually the most nice looking, to be honest.
I mean,
Like-
that's kind of true.
Like, I mean, I'm sure she's probably referring more so to the shadows, but still.
And the oppressive fog. You gotta remember, without the glasses, it's pretty, well, oppressive.
That is true. Yes.
I couldn't think of another word, okay?
I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew you couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
No. That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Junior's?
So that's why. See, I was wondering about that because there was a dude that was like walking around dressed up like a delivery man. That makes sense. So he was there to watch.
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool.
Nah, it's my card.
I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be.
See, this right here is a message, you know? Doubt what you see on TV sometimes. A life lesson.
I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them.
Just like the house hippo.
To blame
Don't believe
for all
everything
of
you see on
this.
TV. What's done is done. Gotta look to the future, my man.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime, and on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. We kind of fucked it up if you think about it.
Yeah.
The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
Yeah, policeman, you guys took a while to get back here.
My
They did.
apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
That's our plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
You've taken another step towards the truth. Curse smash, more judgment, yay!
Yay!
That's ranking up really quick. Makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
If it weren't for those meddling kids.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out.
Ah, yeah, just leave it to a bunch of high school kids.
Let's revisit
Yeah.
Sato-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on. And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow.
All right, it's one of those kind of things.
Evening to discuss our findings.
Yeah.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
Tomorrow, you'll all be going out to talk to people in town. Will this finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decide to go home early today and get some rest. Do I get a chance to save, perhaps?
I think you do.
All right, cool. Because that's probably a good spot to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're on our way to finding the true killer. Now who could it be? Now, see, this is something that I am kind of curious about.
Any thoughts on that?
Well, I'm trying to think here, because, like, the only things I can really think of, right, are some of the things you told me previously. And not specifically, but, like, told me as in, like, yeah, I'm curious to see if you'll figure it out. Which means, logically, I can guess, right?
Yep.
Which means, logically, it could be a social link. But most of them don't really fit for that unless it's the fox. But I don't believe it would be.
The fox is the murderer.
But then again, I guess judgment is kind of... Oh, no, but I should be able to know who it is, though. If it is a social link, I'm trying to think who else it could possibly be. It would probably have to be someone with, like, face art. As in, like, art when they talk.
Probably. And it would have to be someone who has connections to the police.
I mean, would it?
I mean, they would have to know the details of the investigation.
That is true.
I would assume.
That is true. They would probably need to be close to the police. So, like, as of this moment, if it's a social... Like, it's literally Adachi if it's the only social link. Right? Because he's a policeman. It's not Dojima, because, well... You know... Well, I guess it still could be, to be fair. That'd be a big plot twist. But in a weird way,
true.
It would actually kind of make some sense. Because, like, he'd be like, damn, maybe I've gone too far. Because, you know, now my daughter got caught up in it. It depends. If there's any more killing while Dojima's in the hospital and it's not him, and it might be Adachi. Because I can't really think of any other character. And plus Adachi's kind of like a big cynic. So I don't know.
I mean, that's true. It could be someone else in the town, though. Maybe it's Dodora.
I doubt it. It could be, but, like, I doubt it. Dude just likes his art, man. This wouldn't be art, you know? This isn't like the
What
kind
if
of
it's
art
the lady
you'd
who rents
appreciate.
the pub?
See, she loves her fish too much.
The guy who runs the Aya shop?
I mean, that could be a possibility. Especially now that I've beaten like the one thing he held dear, and that was his Mega Beeple challenge.
The old man at the river.
That would be a super big twist. I don't know. It's a possibility for like, to be fair, a couple people. I think it could be Dojima. It could be Adachi. Adachi is a cynic, and actually now his stuff is leveling automatically. I don't know. I mean, if it's leveling automatically, then he's going to be more important to the story. Presumably.
Presumably.
All right, so I had a slight bit of a power outage there, which is why it cut off abruptly.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole point I was trying to get at is that it's probably, if it's anybody that I know, it's probably either Adachi or Dojima. Leaning towards Adachi maybe because he's cynical, but Dojima I feel would be a much better twist.
What if it was the fox?
I mean, that would be an even better twist actually, so you got me there.
What if it was actually Nanako the whole time?
That would be amazing, and I would love that. I would love that a lot.
Yeah.
But I suppose we should have a proper ending for the session. Hey, Megan?
Yeah.
So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We hope you all enjoyed. But for now, it is time we cue the outro. So Frag out, and we shall catch you guys later.
See ya.